Hey all, welcome to Homestead. So we're moving right along. We've got our next project going on, and this is to build a hoop house over the tomato garden area. It's going to be one of 2 hoop houses that we put out there, maybe more, but we planned for 2. And so we're going to get into this build. It's kind of a amalgamation of different designs I've seen on YouTube, Pinterest, the Google Sphere, you know, just looking things up, seeing how other people have done it, come up with my own idea. So I'll kind of quickly explain it. Maybe I'll throw up a little graphic I made, just how I have it laid out. But the essentials are, it's gonna have some pressure treated sides that are gonna come about 2 feet on either side, and the PVC poles are going to be coming up off of that, and then they'll go into the arch, and we're going to use 2 10-foot 3/4 inch PVC poles joined together at the top, make our arch. That should give us, they're about I think 12 feet wide is what we plan for, and we'll see how the dome, you know, pans out. We may not put plastic over it right away with the weather and everything. We may just end up putting a shade cloth on top to start, and then we'll get the actual greenhouse plastic for it later. So I'm gonna get started on this build. I kind of already did start the 10-foot sections, so it's gonna be 30 feet long. So I'm doing 10-foot sections that I'll then join together once we're out in the field and putting things together. I had to get those actually down to 10 feet because they came from the home store with about an extra inch to 3/4 of an inch on the end. So getting those down to the 10 feet each, so that I can make the sections the right way. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna get started, and we'll do the fast forward and music starting now. Okay, so you saw I got the frames done. Now I'm going to take this PVC and I'm going to cut the 2-foot parts that mount to that. If I can get that cut tonight, then I think all my cutting is done, and then it's just assembling, and we'll do that tomorrow. So I just got told by the wife that dinner is in about 20 minutes, so I think I can cut these. Now, when you got to make a lot of the same cuts, if you can, set up a jig. I'm not going to walk all the way over, but you can see this piece of wood here I've got set up with the clamp. That's at 2 feet from the saw blade, and that's going to give me a perfect 2 feet every time, so I can go zzz, 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 and cut them all nice and quick. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to clean up for the night, and we'll continue this in the next part of the video, which for you will just be a few seconds. forgot about the 3-foot sections that I needed to cut for the middle, for, the ridge. But I got those cut too. So I'm pretty sure I am set to just do assembly tomorrow. We'll see how far I get with it. I'm going to put all the 2-foot pieces on the frames before carrying everything over there, just because I think it'll be easier to do, and then we'll assemble it. So let me just kind of give you a quick rundown of how the assemblage is going to go, then I'll get cleaned up. Take these 2-footers, and we will put them against the frames, like so. Like so. I've got some clamps, basic conduit clamps that are just going to go up top and bottom. Then I'm going to put these 45s on them, 45-degree turns, and then this is where the 10-foot section is going to extend up. It's going to meet, that's going to meet up with a cross on the top, in the middle, where the other side is going to go down and obviously meet on the other side, and you'll see it when we do it. But and then going across the ridge will be these 3-foot sections, and it should be approximately 12 by 30 when all is said and done. So we're great. We're good to go for tomorrow, and I have to wait 24 hours. I have to wait 24 hours. You get to go there now. So I'm now out in the field near the tomato garden, which is what we're gonna put the hoop house over. I'll explain what I'm doing kind of as I go along, at least I'll try to. I brought out the pieces that I assembled yesterday, and we're going to assemble them further here. They're gonna go along this way and on that side, and the PVC is gonna go in between them. Thought about it a little bit more today. Think I need something, at least one stake in each one going into the ground to just kind of settle it so that it's not wanting to do this as much. And then as it goes, I probably will end up framing up each end for either a door or just an end wall. But I didn't plan that far in advance because I kind of wanted to see how this turned out. I was playing a little bit more today with also the exact angle that the hoop is going to be in the arc that it's going to form, and I'm not sure if those 45 elbows are going to be the right one. So I went and got some just straight couplers instead, because I think that's going to give me a better arc for my hoop house. So I'm going to play with that a little bit before getting too far into that assembly process. I've also got a limb or two that need to get cut down, so I'm going to do that first, and we're going to get at it. All right. Okay, may not have been very apparent what I've done with the angle and everything, but what I did was I put together the ridge, okay, and put the side walls side by side along here so I can mark out where the ribs, I guess you would call them, the pieces of the hoops, the arches are gonna go. I had to do a little bit of modifying. I cut the pieces yesterday, the 3 feet. What I didn't take into account was the thickness of the T's and the crosses, the couplers. So it ended up being a little longer to the point where I had to cut one of them down. So I've got 2, you can see right here, 2 that are really close together, but that's okay. It's better to have to do that than to not have enough and realize that, oh, I've screwed this up and I have to wait another day to keep making progress. Not gonna get this done today. You'll see it done on this video now, but not gonna get it done today. So anyway, I've got that marked out so that I know where to put the posts all along. I know where to put the posts that the hoops are going to come off from. So I can put those on while they're still on the ground, just make life a little easier. Then I can take each of these, I've marked which side's which and which end is up, take them over to where I'm gonna actually place them, start putting them together, and hopefully start getting the hoop up. Probably not getting the hoop up tonight. If I can get the sidewalls in place for tonight, I think I'd be happy, although I'm not sure I'm gonna even get that far. So I'm gonna get back at it. Also gonna move the camera back a little bit more so a little wider shot. You can see what I'm doing a little bit more, hopefully. Okay. Okay, so I stopped recording and I forgot to start it again, but I didn't get that much further than what you guys saw. I did get that up. Okay, let me go show you what I did there. Obviously, I got all of the posts for the PVC for the arches where they're going to be. They're sticking up a little bit because that's where the coupler is going to go on top for it to reach out. Probably going to need to do some leveling a little bit there. I joined them together at the joints with 2.5-inch exterior screws going in from both sides, so it's going to hold up pretty good. And then I just took this leftover grounding rod bit that I had. You can use rebar, anything that's long enough. Just went through the middle of it, and it gives it just that anchor so that this doesn't, you know, I mean, it moves a little bit, but it doesn't fall over on me while I'm putting it together. Something else I'm going to do, probably tomorrow, I'll pick up a couple of 12-foot 2x4s to put on the end here, just to help kind of square it up, at least on the one end, as I put it together. And I'm going to need them to frame up the ends anyway, so, you know, it's not wasting money or material. So that's as far as I got today. We'll get back at it tomorrow again. I've got the other one to do. Should get a little bit further because I've got everything out here now, so that's a big step. And then I've got it all laid out already, so now I just need to put the posts, I guess, keep calling them different things I think, but the posts on these ones, set them up, square it up a little bit on the end, and then we can start actually running the hoops. So I'm going to finish tonight up. I've still got to do a few chores, and I noticed the pool is looking a little green, so I got to get some shock in there, some chemicals, and eat dinner. And we're having like a pseudo date night because the girls are off with friends. So yeah, I wait till tomorrow. You go to the next part of the video right now. Okay, here we are again. You know, it's a different day because I'm wearing a different shirt and I'm not sweated through yet. So we're gonna pick up right where we left off. I'm gonna continue to add the posts to this side and set it up, and we'll see how far I get. Maybe even get to putting some of the arches up. That's all there is to that. We're gonna get going. All right. Okay, made some progress, obviously. Got some of the hoops up, just under half. There's 11 hoops in total, so 11 arches in total, so, you know, half is, you know, I'm either less than half or more than half. Just under half of the arches up, the hoops. We're gonna go boom, 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 and then that's it, pretty much for this one. not really. So still need to get the wood for the ends. So this is going to be the back end, which is going to be probably just a solid wall. So I'm going to get a 12-foot 2x4, probably a couple of them, do a bottom, top, at least on the frame bottom over here, and then maybe build it up to support the hoop on that end, and then figure out what we're going to do on the other end. The paramount thing for this project right now is getting the hoops up and then getting the shade cloth over it so that Shauna can get the twine strung so that the tomato plants have something to grow on, because right now they're too big and they're falling over, and that's not good for tomatoes, and we know that. We're just a little bit behind, but catching up. Should be able to catch up this weekend. So yeah, that's where that's at for tonight. I'll continue tomorrow, and you'll continue right now. Okay, so we got all the arches up. As you can kind of see, everything's kind of leaning this way. Not totally unexpected. When I get the boards to start framing up that end, I should be able to put a board that will help keep that perpendicular and plumb. What I'm going to do now is go get the shade cloth that we're going to put over it for now, because like I said, we're not going to put plastic on it right away. We just don't feel like it's needed right this second. The shade cloth for the tomatoes were a big help last year, so we're going to put that up right away. This part's done, which means that Shauna now can get out the twine and start stringing it, which means I'll probably get up there and start stringing it down, and then she can tie up the tomato plants to that so they can climb like they want to climb. And yeah, it's getting there, little by little, piece by piece. So I'm gonna set you guys down and go get the shade cloth. Okay, not sure how much of getting the shade cloth on you actually saw. I didn't realize the camera was pointed at a bad angle for that. But anyway, it's on. May adjust it a little bit because with it that far that way, kind of already airing where the trees are at, so we may adjust it so that it's more covering this part, because that's how the sun's going to be in the sky. When it gets on that side, like I said, the tree's going to cover it more. So that's all I'm going to do tonight. I've got a branch, another branch needs to get cut down, but I need to get my other ladder for that, and I'll just do that tomorrow. It's fine. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yay. And we'll start getting the pieces for the end and start putting that part together. But this project is nearing its pausing point. I don't want to say completion point, but it's pausing point where it's up doing what it needs to do, which is providing trellis for the tomatoes as soon as we get the twine up for them to climb up on that. So that was the goal right now, so we're close to that. So this project's almost at its pause point, and we'll move on to the next one. I'm not even sure what the next one is yet, but there is always a next one, right?
Hi.
Hi. There's always a next project, isn't there?
Yes.
Yes. Always on the homestead.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what happened today that you were sad about and then happy about?
Chicken roost.
Yeah, what happened?
Luna got the Luna bug got her.
Who's the Luna bug? Do they know who the Luna bug is?
I don't know.
Well, tell them. Who's
our dog.
Our dog. One of our dogs.
Yeah, and Mama thought she was dead because Luna was tossing her. Mama picked her up. She was stiff. It wasn't breathing. She gently tossed her into the field, and then while we were doing chores.
Are you doing chores? Yeah.
Ruth said, "It's Ruth."
Kid Ruth, not Chicken Ruth.
Yes, Kid Ruth.
Kid Ruth found Chicken Ruth alive.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So, moral, make sure something's dead before you declare it dead.
Well, it was stiff. Mama said it was stiff and it
Okay.
wasn't breathing.
Well, lesson learned, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it for right now. I don't know if we're going to make another part of this video, but just in case we make another part of this video, or I should say just in case we don't make another part of this video, let's pretend like this is the end of this video, just in case.
Okay.
And we'll say, God be with you all in all that you do. And remember, keep the faith and keep up the fight. Yeah.